Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Going For It Sim Studio. I'm out here at the range this morning working on my latest lesson. Every time I'm at the range, every shot starts with GPS. That's grip, posture, and setup. And today I'm focusing on a more upright reverse pivot with a good forward lateral shift that allows me to hit down on the ball, thus giving me a very consistent ball strike. Because I'm brand new at golf and I have been playing less than a year, these are the details that I have to focus on, especially the grip, posture, and setup. While I was doing that, I thought, I've never seen a really good overview of the About Golf system on YouTube. And as much as I love to talk about it and show all the cool data that it does, there's a lot more. So let me shut off some of my studio lighting so you can get a good shot at the screen. I'm gonna go over to the touch screen and walk you through all the cool stuff right now. All right, now that the lights are off, you get a better view at the screen. I did this on purpose. I didn't want to do a screen share with a talking little head up in the side there because I wanted you to be able to experience what About Golf looks like on the actual impact screen when you go to play. I do want to preface this whole thing with a little tidbit about myself. My wife always makes fun of me about, and that's when I get really excited about something, I go into sales mode. I've been a professional salesperson for over 15 years selling SaaS software, and it's just the way I am at this point. So I apologize if that's the way this seems. That's absolutely not what I'm trying to do here. What I want to do is simply do a real user review of About Golf because I haven't seen anything online quite yet that goes into a decent amount of detail, but not too much technical detail to be boring, yet open this world up to everybody out there. Now, go onto About Golf's website, find a sim near you. The About Golf simulators, they are on the higher price end. If you're lucky enough to know somebody like me who has one at their house, you get the comfort of that and the ease. But to be able to go to one of the hundreds of sim houses around the country, around the world, is a pretty good benefit too. And it allows you to do really fun stuff like enter the Winter Series. Really fun series stuff that they do at About Golf. They're always giving away really cool prizes. Last year for the Winter Series, they actually gave away a trip to the Ryder Cup because they're a partner and they were able to do that. And the cool thing is, so most of them are closest to the pin. They don't only give the winner a chance at the prize. They do select somebody at random. So it doesn't matter if you don't even get a ball on the green, you have a chance to win. I have seen some of them come out where the winner was a hole-in-one, and that makes it really difficult to beat, doesn't it? But it's incredibly fun. It's just one hole, you get 5 chances. Go to your local sim, log in, make sure you have the app downloaded so that you're ready to go quicker. You have to be an online player to enter the Winter Series. If you just want to show up to the sim and just play and not take any of the data home with you, you can log in offline. Not a big deal, it doesn't take very long. You just hit that login button and fill out a couple blanks. But the data you get to take home on the app, so cool. It's so cool. You get all your range data, all your club data, and then if you play around, you actually get like an overshot of each hole and it shows you where every single shot went and the data behind that shot. Really cool, especially if you do something fun like I showed a couple months ago for my very first eagle. You're able to see all that, and then you can save your shots and show your friends the videos of that stuff. Super, super cool. Now, what I use this sim for the most, probably at the moment, because I'm a brand new golfer, trying to learn golf inside in a year so that I can break 80 outside for my very first round, spend a lot of time at the range. A bunch of ranges. And quick background on myself and simulator software. I have experience with TrackMan, Foresight, and GolfSun. So I have seen other UIs. I am familiar with the way they do stuff, and I've seen and used GS Pro a little bit. These are similar across the board. Many driving ranges. The first 4 that About Golf offers are basically just different backgrounds. Generally, when you go in there, they offer a target that it'll kind of land on. It's almost like a big kite. And then you can do a glass, kind of like if you remember, like in the Golf Channel had a show where they would try to hit the shots and break the little glass window. You could do that in About Golf too, which is pretty sweet. And then they have this really cool Michael Breed setup that he helped design. It's got a really cool, just nicer looking driving range, more modern type graphics, but it's also really narrow, which I like. And so it's a 50-yard wide fairway in a sense with trees on the side, so it can really push you to make sure you're hitting all your shots where they need to go. You can roll into some goofy stuff like some dogleg rights and lefts to work on your bends. Have some fun with your friends on a long drive grid, just like the World Long Drive Championships. The target green, which everybody sees on YouTube, generally on Foresight or TrackMan, and you can adjust where that green is. When you select a club, it'll like kind of give you a general where you should be with that iron or wood or driver, and you can move the green back and forth plus or minus when you need to. Really fun iron one where like the pins are scattered in this really cool looking driving range that you can pick. Same thing with the par 3. The wedge is just a shorter fairway. You know, it just changes. Again, it's the little things that matter when you spend a lot of time like I do. Here with the chipping, the bunker and your putting, right? So you're 15 yards, 40 yards, a 20-yard trap. You know, your short putts, long putts, banking putts, uphill, downhill. These are cool. The one thing that I'm not really fond of with them is that it's just one shot. It's always from the exact same spot. So you can basically game it and learn it, and then you're kind of just figured it out. So when you're trying to do that left breaking putt, once you learn exactly where to hit it, you want to move, and you're not able to do that. And that's where I would really love to see a training feature, I guess, where let's say you could pick any hole on any golf course that aboutGOLF offers. And you could pick your danger range. Say you're struggling with anything from 65 to 105. When you're there outside on the course, you freak out. You don't have the ability to practice those very often. So you pick the range, and then the game will auto drop a ball anywhere on the course or on that hole within that range. So it'll change the direction you're hitting the pin. The pin location could change, and it'll simply say 73 yards. You do the data processing like you normally would on a shot. You hit that shot. Next shot, 94. And you get to do it from a different location and a different range so that you're having to rapid fire learn that distance. I feel like that would be a really cool way to take any danger zone and put in some serious practice that makes your brain have to comprehend those changes quickly so that the fear kind of goes away. And you're like, all right, here we go. Let's get this 87-yard shot. It's going to be my 56-degree wedge hit at 85%. Right? I'd love to see that. That's a feature that I think would be really, really cool. So if you just want to go have a great time with your buddies, say it's bachelor party or you guys are just long day at work and you want to go have some fun, the games are really cool. A lot of really fun ones. You got a flag hunter, which it's basically you're hitting a bunch of iron shots and it's going to say the closer to the pin, it's going to point you, right? You have 3 shots, then your buddy gets to go, and then whoever has the better score at the end is going to win. Golfer ability test is very similar. And then you have more of a horse style game. The bend it's fun because there's all these like force fields on these holes that you have to either get up and over, get under, or get around. Really cool if you're really into shaping your shots and learning how to just be more flexible with your shot path and not just a straight type of shot. Conquest is like capture the flag. You do it from a tee box and you're basically trying to score points with your buddies. Razor's Edge is fun if you got a big group who are just driving fanatics and they think they're better driving than anyone else. Very narrow fairway, fun looking graphics, great time. Dialed in is cool for some chipping and some approaches. You move this board basically where you want it in the distance, and you have to be able to you're doing tic-tac-toe, and you have to be able to aim your wedge shots. I think it's great. Really fun way to get some wedge practice in. And then just some cool stuff, right? Cornhole, darts, beer pong, skee ball, and then my kids' favorites, the mini golfs. Really unique, fantasy style mini golf. Really fun to do. It's a great time. Kind of just let off and practice some putting. And then during holidays, or if I have some sort of event at my house, I always have the sim open and I'm going to do a closest to the pin or a long drive. And it's fun because it has sound effects that makes it pretty cool. So not only do you see where everybody is, but if you hit a really bad shot, it's like, do. It's just kind of sweet, you know, or like, oh, cheers and everything from the crowd when you hit a really good one. aboutGOLF does have the ability for multi-sport, baseball, soccer, some stickball, and some football. I don't have that monitor. I've never been able to experience these, but I could definitely see this as a good multi-use. If you've got kids or a lot of friends at your house all the time and you just want to do something besides golf, it's a really cool way to utilize your very expensive simulator. So now it comes to the actual rounds of golf. So the one thing that sticks out about golf that honestly I kind of see as a good thing, 85-ish courses. You see that, you look at the other platforms out there and you kind of go, oh man, that's it? Like, where are the other 100,000 courses that are out there? So look at it this way. If you go on to Netflix and you want to watch something, but you don't know you're there to watch the specific show that you've been binging on, how long does it take you to pick something? It's a really long time. If you go to a sim house that's got about golf and you want to get out and play and you spend 30 minutes trying to decide what course you want to play, you just killed a lot of your time, right? Having less is honestly better when it comes to this kind of thing. It also really kind of lets you really dial in those courses, which is kind of fun. And then the settings that you're allowed to pick on each round makes it so that those courses will always remain fresh. You can change the stimps, you can change the weather, the green speed, the fairway firmness. So there's all kinds of variables you get to add that you have control over so that you can always make it new, change the pin placement, make it advanced, and the pin placement, because that's really what makes simulator golf hard, in my opinion. It's challenging when the greens are just crazy and the pin placement is really difficult, because with aboutGOLF, the short game and the putting is really, really accurate, especially when it comes to the other simulators that I have used. I've had folks come over here basically to kind of prove that. And they want to come and say, hey, you know what, you'll never learn short game and putting with a simulator because they're poor, but they've never played on aboutGOLF. They always leave incredibly impressed. They come back more to work on their short game and putting because it is a really, really good way to do it. I don't play here with a ring around the hole that allows some sort of gimme if you get it inside that circle. Every single finish has to be in a hole, because I have missed 1-foot putts, believe me. As far as the courses that you have, aboutGOLF is a partner of the Ryder Cup. So we have all the Ryder Cup courses that they have done in the past, including Bethpage Black for 2024. So if you want to go play Marco Simone with the Ryder Cup setup, which is actually fun because all the grandstands are up and the screens and the cameras and all that, and the tee boxes are all marked. Really, really cool. And so if you want to get a head start and see what the tour players are going to do at Bethpage next year, go give it a shot. I've certainly played it. I can tell you it's challenging. Bethpage is not easy. It's very narrow. There's a lot of really deep rough. I really enjoy Marco Simone. And this Ryder Cup par 3 that you see here, I play that all the time. Really fun. If I just don't want to get the driver out, I just want to practice some iron shots. It's a really cool way to get some practice in. And again, you get to change everything. So you add all your members here. Each member can play from a different tee, which I'm sure is standard across all simulators, but it actually is really easy to come up in here and you just tap and you make the change of what's going to happen. And then you can actually pick a course, go to setup, and this is where you get to set everything up. If you want to see the details as far as the slope goes and how long each tee is going to give you throughout the whole course. I'm new to golf. I don't know the terminology quite yet. If you only want to play specific holes at a course, you can do that. Play the front 9, back 9, depending on how much time you have. I definitely recommend playing as many of the courses as you can. The fantasy courses they have are really, really fun. The notable courses, you've got your Pebble Beach courses, you've got the St. Andrews courses. Really fun to be able to go experience that stuff. I actually really enjoy it when somebody calls me and says, hey, there's a frost delay on the course. Can I come over and play it? I'm like, heck yeah. You don't need to play your own course today. Let's go to St. Andrews. Really, really cool. It always makes me smile. And then it's just as simple as you just roll through that, pick what you want, you tee off, and you're playing golf. Please like, follow, and subscribe. I'm on this thing every single day. I absolutely adore it. And it is going to help me reach my goal to be able to learn golf indoors so that I can break 80 for my very first round. Go on aboutGOLF's website, They were good enough to really get behind me for this challenge because they believe in the same mission I do, and that is making golf much more accessible to more people and providing a unique experience to golfers all around the world. Let's change the way golf is learned together. I will be going for it. We'll see you next time.